Okay, recording. Let's do this for the YouTubes and everyone out there. Close that app. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bronyville. This is Bronyville, episode number 109, recorded on June 8th, 2013. Hello, how you doing? I am your host, Apple Cider. Glad to have you listening to us today. Be it if you are listening this via podcast, maybe on YouTube, or even the people that are in the justin.tv/Bronyville podcast room right now. My co-host, as always, is the wonderful Chef Sandy.
Howdy, howdy.
How you doing, sir?
Too brash for you.
You are Max Brash.
Yep, that's my new epithet.
We've got Max Brash, unprofessional,
loose cannons,
professio
non grata.
Absolutely. How you been doing?
Pretty good week, actually. Very busy.
What you been up to?
Finishing up projects, revving up new ones, scheduling my surgery. And all that fun stuff, yeah.
Yeah, you got something coming up, surgery wise, come next month.
Yeah, that's gonna be in July. So I'm those of you that know all my self-deprecating jokes, I am a very big individual, but I am having weight loss surgery in July. I'll be a lot less big.
You'll be a lot less you.
Yes. Good. They're gonna open chef and pull out all the extra goods. I don't know.
There'll be a sale on at the
I don't even know.
I don't know. I don't know either. I was trying to find something.
That's sort of my big deal is like I'm gonna be out of commission for a little while after that. But I mean I'll definitely be around online and whatnot, but it's gonna be a very interesting transitional phase in my life.
Yeah, as Mary Angela says, by the time of Nightmare Night she'll just be cut.
That'd be nice.
You'll just be this like lean mass of muscle, just coming by, just wandering by. Hey, Apple Cider, what's going on? So
do you even lift, bro?
So yoked. It'd be the most hard transition ever. Just.
I'll be like, Apple Cider, remember me?
Oh no.
Surprise!
Oh no, Sandy now plays for the Yankees. This is terrible.
This is weird. So yeah, that's been my week.
So that's cool. Mine has been same old.
Yep. Been playing Eve.
Yes,
there's always that.
We both have much Eve. Much me trying to get an alt up and purchasing stuff.
And space mining.
Space time. So yeah, that's been us. By the way, for those that are listening right now, and this might not apply to you, they're listening podcast wise, but I believe Starry after the show is going to be playing Minecraft and doing some streaming as well. So if you wanted to stick around for that, you totally can. But for now, let's go ahead and get in the show. You may notice right now there is no guest. It is simply the two of us. We decided that we're going to go ahead and record the majority of the show today. Our guests are not able to make it until tomorrow at 2. So I may record that. Pretty much we have the Musiquestria crew who are going to come on and talk about their tour across the country and their need to acquire funds to make plenty of pit stops along the way. So yeah, we're going to have them on. It's going to be Pony One Kenobi, Austin, Nathan, and Tarby. So you can catch that tomorrow at 2 if you so wish.
Yeah, it'll be streamed.
Yep. But since we don't have favorite character and favorite episode, we'll get that later. And I guess we'll just cut that in at some point. So let's just go to our sponsors.
Yep. All right. Our sponsors, as always, is We Love Fine. You can use our coupon code Bronyville10 to get 10% off your purchase. Let's see. What do they got new this week? I haven't really looked. Lots of pony merch, of course. They have Father's Day stuff because why not?
Lots of Twilight Father, or let's see. Show comes to a halt. They still got those book bags.
Yeah, they got some nice ones.
Somebody pointed out to me that the Pinkie Pie one has a rainbow colored cupcake. If you look
Yep.
at the... Yeah. That's for all of you Grimmers out there.
Interesting.
And they still got the contest going on. I wonder how that's doing.
Yep.
All right, that's We Love Fine.
That's We Love Fine.
We're spinning
I looked
today.
at their new product and kind of died internally for a moment.
Yeah. Well, you can do that. They still have the Ponies versus Villains contest going on. You can rate the designs. Winner gets $2,500, and of course gets their T-shirt on We Love Fine. We love them, purveyors of fine pony goods at WeLoveFine.com. And
Nightmare Nights Dallas. It's NightmareNights.net. It's got ponies. It's got show staff. You should come. It'll be amazing and fun, and it's in Dallas in November. NightmareNights.net. Check us out. Hotel room block is open. Registration is open. Vendor registration is pretty much done. We have like 2 more tables. And we'll be doing an Artist Alley sign up closer to the event. And yeah, we've got Andrea Lemon, Peter New, Brenda Critchlow, Sabrina Abergetti, James Woody Wooten, Big Jim Miller, Mitch M.A. Larson, and we have one more guest we're still confirming. Oh, there.
all right, excellent. All right, well, let's move this. This is be the point that we would actually cut in Musiquestria and be like, hey, this is Musiquestria, guys. And so this may still be here after him cuts that in. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Hey, it's AC from the future past, whatever I am at this point. And I have the Musiquestria crew with me right now. Going through the list, we have a full crowd, and I actually have to add a name to the list since they have arrived. But let's go ahead and start this up at the top with the organizers. Hello, Austin.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well.
And you're up in Seattle right now, is that correct?
I am currently in Seattle.
Excellent. Good coffee there? Having a good time?
I don't like coffee, but I do like Seattle.
Okay. I guess 1 out of 2 is not too bad.
Yeah.
We have also, I believe, Bajody's in the background with you.
Hey there.
Hey, Bajody, how are you?
Not too bad. How you doing?
It's a little hot here today. I actually got a fan off camera trying to blow at me, trying to cool us down, but it's fine. Starry's shaking her head in the background in disapproval, so. It's
not hot.
Yeah, okay. It is next to this computer, which is blowing hot lava at me.
All we care about is if it's hot in a few weeks and we're down there.
Pretty much. Trust me, Bay Area hot is like, oh, it's the low 80s in Fahrenheit. Ew. Like, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, but
I thought we dip around to Arizona and
most of us are from the Northwest.
Oh,
so.
Okay, then you're just gonna melt. You're gonna straight melt. Pretty much. Let's see. Going down the list, we have Pony One Kenobi, usual contributor to the show. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing pretty good.
Not melting?
No, not really. It's a little bit better over here northeast.
Okay.
Near DC.
Excellent. Let's see. We've got going through here. We have Nathan, aka Soundboard.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing pretty good.
Cool. Also, Don DeVore.
Hey there.
How are you doing?
Doing well. Staying cool in Seattle.
That's a good plan. And finally, coming in late today after a rompus last night, it sounds like, is Tarby.
Hey, guys.
How just rolling out of bed, wiping the sleep out of your eyes at 2:00.
Yep, I'm reconstituting.
Excellent. So
Up late last night rehearsing stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you all are part of, and you're just a piece of Musiquestria. So for those out there, Musiquestria is a tour that's going to be going across the United States a little bit later today between Everfree Northwest and BronyCon.
Later this year.
What did I say?
Later today.
Later today.
Oh, later today would be
today.
Yeah, we're kind of busy.
later today. Get in the car and go. Drive away. But later this year.
Ready. No.
You can't make us do it.
We need to practice more.
But it's going to be later this year between BronyCon and Everfree in the opposite order. Austin, you want to go ahead and detail it a little bit more what you've got planned?
Yeah, so we're starting at Everfree, going down the West Coast, across like to the Grand Canyon area, like Phoenix, Texas kind of deal, and then something about the Mississippi. We're going up the Mississippi or something, up to Chicago, and then back down to Florida, and then back up to BronyCon and beyond.
Okay, so you're how many states in total did you calculate you were hitting?
Let me count them.
Oh boy, here we go. So well, while you're doing the count, I've got a list of the dates here that I know that you have positive, thumbs up for shows. So it looks like Seattle, Portland, LA, Arizona, Houston, New Orleans, Jackson, Mississippi, St. Louis. So yeah, you've got plenty of yeses, a few maybes that are still out there, and this is coming up very, very, very soon.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it starts just after Everfree, pretty much. I mean, like, as soon as we're done with Everfree, we're heading down to Portland. So
driving down and doing it pretty much. What is this? Seattle on the 5th, and then on the 9th, you're playing in Portland. And then you're just making this tour, and just to give an idea of just how kind of both ridiculous and cool this is in a way. You're starting on July 5th, and you're ending on
August 8th is our last show.
That's going up, and you actually added those. I hadn't actually seen the ones for Philly, New York, and Boston. So you're actually going a little bit after BronyCon.
Yeah, after BronyCon. And then also they have to drive back, too.
Yeah, that's going to be the longer trip. Oh, we don't have any more tour.
I live in Baltimore, so I'm just going to...
Just cart back down.
yeah, we got to drop Fenning off on the way back.
So... So how many of you are actually going to be along for the whole trip?
Yo.
Me.
All right. A lot of us, we got 10 people, 9 musicians that are going all the way. It's got me, Don and Tarby, Replacer, Silverhound, Fenning, Automatic Jack, and of course Bajati, and Mike the Microphone is probably going to go all the way. We're still not 100% sure, but he's an amazing guy. I hope he can stay along with us.
Okay, and do you have any others that are going to do stops or jump in particular cities?
Well, that's actually the one thing we'd want to talk about, is that we're looking for people that want to be opening acts for us at each individual cities, more local musicians, more different people that can't make the entire tour. We actually have an application up on our website somewhere that if they want to do a opening act show, you can apply for that, and we can take a look at that.
Okay, cool. Actually, let me take care of this real fast. So you guys are doing this big. You're doing this big push across the country. You've got a large number of dates here. I mean, we're talking about hitting. What was that number again? How many confirmed? 22? Or
22 states.
20. So you're doing 22 states in pretty much a month. So you've got a big hurdle ahead of yourself here, and what everything you're doing. So what do you guys need and opposed to people to come to the show? Is there anything you guys are kind of looking for in assistance at this time?
Food.
Warm shelter, places for us to sleep at night.
Sleep.
That's the biggest one. Places to sleep.
All that stuff helps us out a lot.
Also, if anybody has a free venue out there somewhere, we'll play at it. We'll play at it.
I have one in Winnipeg. Well,
Winnipeg, Canada?
I'm kidding.
Okay, because we're not going.
I know you're not going there.
Yeah, it definitely needs to be along the route somewhere.
Right. And you actually do have a whole, you are looking for help in particular cities. I'm trying to see here, but there are some DC, San Francisco, I know is one that's important because, well, I'm close to it. Yes, raise the roof, Starry, that's correct.
He's close in the... Oh, wait.
Whoops! Starry missed her geography exam.
Oh, that was a fail.
Yeah, it was.
510 PG.
All right, Starry. So you guys are looking for just assistance, places, just people to come to the shows, maybe, food and assistance, when you're crashing along.
People can come to the shows. That would be great.
Yeah, that would probably be really cool.
That's kind of important.
Show. It's been great.
Yeah, so...
Oh, we have tickets. Speaking of tickets, we have tickets for Portland, Houston, and Jacksonville. They're linked on the Musiquestria Facebook through the Bands in Town app
And
thing.
probably the website tonight.
And Austin's working on the website real hard.
Real hard.
All right, cool. So let's see, just to... because we got to sum up, so you got a ton of musicians going all the way across the country, playing pony music. You definitely some assistance or, a couch to crash on for 10 to 12 people, if possible. But definitely just trying to get people out to go see the shows is a big thing. Trying to see if maybe meetup groups can attend events. So I'm trying to see what else that we want. What else is there? Anything else you guys want to plug or push for? Anything else for the Musiquestria? How about contact? Where can they find you and be able to purchase tickets or get in contact with everyone there?
So you can go to musiquestria.com, or we're also on Facebook and Twitter. We're just Musiquestria. And you can email me, musiquestria@gmail.com.
There's a lot of... Yeah, all our social media sites. We're trying to post as much as we can about info as it comes out. Of course, a lot of work right now is going into rehearsing and getting everyone prepared for the tour, because it's gonna be a trek. We have like 5 or 6 piece band max that we're all trying to rehearse and trying to get ready.
Yeah, just we're all learning each other's songs so that we don't have to bring an individual band. So yeah, and so by the end of it, we're all gonna know like 5-6 hours of material, and maybe
there's about 70 songs that we're going to be rotating between
the 4 or 5.
Yeah, the 4 or 5 of us, and so there'll be the sort of rock band style thing going on, as well as acoustic music, and then we'll also have electronic music with Silverhound and Fenning and Automatic Jack doing sets, and
Mike.
So it's going to be a lot of and Mike. So there'll be a lot of variety. It won't just be like one kind of thing. That's what's so cool about pony music, is you can, do different styles of music, and it can still be appreciated by this audience.
Absolutely, Don. And Don, pre-show, we were actually talking a little bit to wet everyone's beak a little bit. Would you be interested in playing on something for us?
Oh, I suppose I could.
I'll just warm up this guitar I have sitting right next to me.
I just happen to have this.
I was just working on this during the break. I hope you don't mind.
I mean, I just woke up and everything, so it's not like I've been practicing all day, but... But I do have a new song that is going to be in our little Musiquestria compilation CD.
Ooh.
It's a song about Princess Twilightcorn. Oh no, she's flown away. I thought she'd be this way forever. And now everything has changed. No, it just won't be the same. Her purple mane will remain and the sparkle in her eye will guide her to the light. And she can fly with newfound wings. Kings and changeling queens will envy this princess. But who will write to Celestia? And who will check out the books? And who will be the one that saves the day when every pony else has lost their way? I'm going to miss you. Until next season and the fire burns through. Once again, I'll see you. And I know I should be happy for her. She's a princess now. I just don't know how I can go on this way. I'd always hoped she'd stay. That little magic unicorn I fell in love with one day. And who will write to Celestia? And who will rearrange the books? And who will be the one that saves the day when every pony else has lost their way? I'm going to miss you.
Woo!
So there's more, but you got to check out the album.
Oh, okay.
The rest of it. Yeah. So yeah, it's called Everything Has Changed.
All right, that's fine. I'll put away my digital Zippo. Excellent. Thank you very, very much for that.
Oh, my pleasure.
That was substantial and great. So I would be remiss if we did not do one more thing with the crew that we have here. It is one of the things that is deathly important. We don't let anyone run away from the show without answering. Because if they don't, then obviously the show grinds to a halt. And I just have to check in with a few of the. Actually, let me add in Bajodi since he's hiding in the background. But I have to know. Wow, I totally mangled that name.
That's close enough, man. That's close enough.
Wow, this is me at multitasking. I don't even care right now. All right, Pony One Kenobi, favorite character, favorite episode.
Favorite character is always gonna be Fluttershy.
Starry approves an episode.
Hurricane Fluttershy. That still hasn't changed.
All right, Bajodi.
Gummy is best pony.
I don't think that applies, but all right, we'll go with it. I'm too
character still fits, but episode it's just still really hard to beat Winter Wrap Up.
All right, let's see when wrap up. All right, Austin.
My favorite character is Big Mac.
Mac Attack.
Yeah.
You're probably the first official Mac fan I think we've had in 109 episodes. What's the reasoning? Austin, hi. I was wondering why you're a Mac fan.
Oh, I don't know. He's just he's sweet and big.
Do people harass you and call you a Mac fan? Do you get in the PC versus Mac argument?
Oh.
Ha.
Well, PC versus Mac argument. I am a Mac fan.
So there you go.
It applies.
You went to what's familiar. And what's your favorite episode?
I was gonna say Sonic Rainboom, but then Austin said Winter Wrap Up, and now I don't know.
Sonic Rainboom is a good one.
Sonic Rainboom is great.
I think that's what I said when I was on the show a few weeks ago.
Let's go. I'll go with Sonic Rainboom.
All right, good. Nonconformist. Good job. All right, let's see, Nathan.
Well, favorite character's got to be Sunset Shimmer, right?
Sure. All right.
I'm kidding. Fluttershy is probably my favorite character, and my favorite episode, Canterlot Wedding.
Okay.
They're all so good. It's hard to have a favorite.
I would accept Sunset Shimmer once you add in the moody backstory that makes her make sense. You know, once that's obviously going to come, because no character can obviously be evil. Yep. All right, Don DeVore.
Definitely Fluttershy.
Wow, got a big Flutter group in here.
Yay!
And favorite episode.
Favorite episode is also Canterlot Wedding. Best wedding ever.
I believe that was uttered
Also
in the
a very
episode.
musical episode. So
Yep.
It was probably some of the best of season 2 in there, music wise. Oh, the aria. Oh, so good. All right, and Tarby.
Fluttershy
jeez.
and Magic Tool.
Magic Duel.
I need to hang out with the musicians more. I think.
You obviously you are misplaced,
Yes,
Starry. You are surrounded by Rarity and Twilight fans, and it appears that every single.
I have a Flutter shrine.
Yes, she does. It's over there. If I could actually, I wish I could get the cable to go far enough, but it is past that door. There's a Flutter shrine. It's and also a Luna shrine. All right. Well, excellent. We have all this, and just give a plug one more time so everybody can know where to find everything for Musiquestria, to get involved, or also just to attend and be part of any of the shows coming up.
All right, so you can always just check us out on musiquestria.com or Musiquestria. We're also on Twitter, on Facebook, on Tumblr. Currently have tickets on sale for Portland, Jacksonville, and where?
And Houston.
And Houston. Those are all up on sale with other venues on their way. Our confirmed cities so far are Portland, LA, Las Vegas, Phoenix, Houston, Chicago, Jacksonville, DC, and Boston. So if you're anywhere near those, you should definitely really check us out. We have a bunch of other maybe venues, including San Francisco, New Orleans, Nashville. There's a bunch of places we do want to hit up. We just need some help. So if you guys can send us information about venues. Like if you can find a cheap venue for us, we can definitely make it a lot easier for us to be able to come there and do a show for all you guys.
Yeah, kind of a tough act because you guys are running on a slight budget. You're looking for mainly community halls and things like that, correct?
Exactly.
Yep.
Right.
No trying to be like, I could book you guys at 1,000-person club. It might be a little pricey.
Well, if it's free, I'll take it.
No. If it's free, take what you want. Really?
Yeah, if you want to book us at something, great.
Sure.
Book us. But if you want us to rent it, you gotta get low.
All I'm saying is just do a high school battle of the bands. Battle of the bands style.
It's been a while since I did that.
There you go. Tarby versus Dawn. Done. All right. Well, let's go ahead and call this. Thank you all for joining in and talking a little bit more about Musiquestria. If you are interested, go ahead and catch these guys, find out what you can, and participate. Thank you all very, very much for coming in.
Thanks, AC.
thanks for having us.
All right. Now let me jump back to the past version of myself, where Sandy is just about to answer a question that occurred about 25 minutes ago. All right, cool. That was the Musiquestria, guys.
Yep.
I love the power of editing.
Yeah. Little Ribbon, you say Mitch M.A. Larson. Well, some people don't know that that's his actual name, Mitch Larson, because he wrote under M.A. because he didn't necessarily know if Ponies was going to be good and he didn't want it on a resume necessarily.
Huh.
So that little tidbit came after that fantastic interview. Thanks, AC.
You're welcome.
So news.
Yes, fandom fire status. How are we sitting at?
It's been pretty calm. There's been lots of news, but not a lot of actual, like, explosive stuff. Lauren Foss visited Pony-chan.
Absolutely. So what happened?
Last week she visited MLP, and this week she visited Pony-chan. Because why not?
Because reasons.
Because reasons. She's Chalofi, who was really smart, made a nice little script to strip out the text and questions. And so you can view the link in the show notes, and it's up on Derpy Hooves News. And it has a lot of just generic questions. It's like, was Equestria Girls in the plans when you're still working on the show?
No.
What does being a princess in Equestria actually mean? It's like, it means having certain responsibilities in terms of running the country, just like it does in real life. Not sure what it means currently.
Was Applejack's parents again confirmed for dead? Though
Applejack's parents are dead.
Pretty much.
The letters, friendship device.
She wished they kept the letters.
AJ parents are dead, but she never defined it. Artie's mom was G1 Firefly. Never did sketch that.
Oh yeah, that was a cool. Rainbow Dash's mom should be Firefly. Canoned.
Gasp. But she never did sketch out the parents. So they don't exist. But then again, neither did Rarity's parents exist until they were needed for the episode. So,
and she's mega prideful of the Bible she made. Insanely proud of it. Love to share it, and maybe once we sweep Pony fades away from or at least the friendship is magic fades away into the darkness, the Bible can, come out and we can see all the stuff that was originally planned.
Yes, you can't see Sandy's pretty face.
Nope. Only mine.
Yep. That's okay, though. You don't want to see my hideous true form.
Well, once he gets all yoked from his surgery.
Yeah. Missing Pony series Bible in terms of the outlines and character designs and all that nonsense.
Yeah, what they pretty much most shows have a set guidelines of this is the theme, this is
a design
the characters.
document.
Yeah, it's how they can then take it to people and sell it and also go, okay, well let's make sure that it stays this consistency.
Yeah, it may or may not have any prayers to Celestia and or Luna.
Yeah, so
that was kind of cool. I mean, she spread the love, and people didn't flip out nearly as much this time around. There was much less flankard.
I do enjoy that she responded to, so what's up? Not much. I worked late tonight. Glad to be home. What's going on around here?
Hey, it's a fair question. I mean, not exactly a good one, but a fair question to start.
So yeah, there's that. You can go and check out all the specifics that they have. People ask some random ones. Does she watch Doctor Who? Does she think that we have any form of ownership in the show and the characters? Answer: no. So yeah. That is.
So yeah, okay. So the next one the next link that is in this one is Entertainment Weekly posts the second Equestria Girls trailer.
They did.
Now the link that is in the show doc goes to Derpy Hooves News because they were really on the ball this week in terms of compiling all this. Not that EQD wasn't. It's just easier to get in one spot at DHN. They also included some of the leaked screenshots.
So don't go to the bottom of the page.
If you're like really sensitive about spoilers, don't do it. But
and I have to say the leaked screenshots are even more terrifying by the way they were taken.
Yeah, it's like they were taken with a photo with a camera in a theater as it was playing. And yeah, it's interesting.
You get to see villains and such.
Yes, but like the YouTube pause part is like all the main cast of the human main cast with little pony ears on their heads. So it's like, what is this nonsense?
Yeah,
but the trailer gives a little bit more reason as to why. It's like, what's going on? How did they end up in the human world? Okay, it's this jerk pony that steals the crown and goes through this mirror, and this happens. But the reasoning is actually like the big crown thingy is actually a really powerful magical MacGuffin.
Well, yeah, it's
so I mean there is a valid reason to go after it, but like going into the human world makes the setting kind of silly.
Yeah, well, I mean it's the sparkly crown thingy, the thing that she's had since the very beginning of she has her Twilight has her sparkly crown thingy. Mm-hmm. So someone took her sparkly crown thingy.
Yep. As opposed
to and what a terrible like MacGuffin of just the fact of like we lost that, we can't use any of these now.
Well, it's also sort of like the defense of Equestria using the elements of harmony depends on the 6 being in one spot. That's kind of a sketchily powerful artifact if you can disable it with missing one of them.
Yeah. Oh well, we don't have one of these. I guess we can't do anything.
So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, in the screen caps there was some of human Luna, and human Celestia, but
and a lot of pictures of big bad villain. So.
Yes, big scary villain, including an indication that the character who stole the crown is killed. And I'm like, what?
Oh boy, there's a spoiler for you.
But I could be wrong. I mean, this is a kids movie. Then again, some of the kids movies, they kill people pretty horrifically.
Absolutely. And I do have to say again, Flash Sentry.
I don't know about that.
Flash Sentry.
Spoiler.
Flash Sentry.
Spoiler alert.
Though I do kind of hope after all this is done that people still say Brad.
Yeah, it's like Flash Sentry's dumb. I'm just gonna call him Brad.
Just call him Brad. We don't care. He's just Brad. Just everyone else is just Brad.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurts me inside. Okay, well here's some big news.
Yeah, so season 3, episode 13, Magical Mystery Cure, was kind of a big deal. I mean, they put a lot of work into it. It's all musical, we all have our various opinions about it. But it was nominated for a Leo Award. And they actually won. They won the Best Musical Score and Animation Award at the Leos. And apparently the crowd just erupted when My Little Pony Friendship's Magical Mystery Cure won the Best Musical Score in Animation. And the Leo Awards are the Film and Television Awards program for British Columbia, Canada. So there you go. They've been recognized in their home country for being awesome. So congrats to them.
I'm curious. I'm going to see if I can pull up on their website to see if they have the nominees. I would be interested to see who they were actually up against. Let's see. Governance. Nominees 2013. Nominees by well, let's see.
Probably by category there, is
Yeah, probably by category. Name, program, awards by evening, schedules by evening.
That's not very helpful, is it?
No, it's not. Let's see. I will go with student production, television movie. These aren't helpful. All right, hold on. Pony. There we go. Okay, so they were had 2 nominations, one for overall sound and one for musical score.
Okay. Let's see. Animation Programmer Series. This website's really slow.
It is.
This is some great radio, let me tell you. Let's see. This direction.
So musical score.
Best overall sound was up against The Battle for God's Lake, Assembly, Max Steel, My Little Pony Friendship's Magic, Sleepless in Ponyville, and Slugterra.
Mm-hmm. And musical score was between Becoming Redwood, Camera Shy, Lucille's Ball, Sophie au Chocolat, Old Stock, Ring of... Okay, well, those were movies. Let's see if I can... Yeah, they got it specifically in TV, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see, short drama. Great radio. Okay, they won an award.
They won awards. Yay.
Oh, there we go. It looks like, okay, animation program. So it was between Slugterra, Max Steel, Monstrous Alliance, My Little Pony, and looks like that was the 3 they were against.
Mm-hmm.
So they won the musical score on that one, and overall sound was either Slugterra, Max Steel, Animism, The God's Lake, Assembly, and that's it. I don't know who won that one.
I haven't heard of most of that, but then again, well,
they could be just Canadian programs for all they know. They could be trying to confuse us with words like a boot and talking about poutine
and maple syrup.
Oh, no, that is
Canadians.
Good. It is. By the way, I do want to note for anyone that's looking at the video, you may notice that Starry has changed my icon above. Should we talk a little bit about that? About the book that's been out? I know it's your one cool thing, but
so we're gonna hold off on the bad news as long as we can, huh?
Yeah.
The Elements of Harmony book came out here last week. I got mine on the 4th.
Ooh.
And it is really slick. I posted some photos to my Twitter account. It's a while back. The book itself is actually not that big. It's hardcover, a decent number of pages. Has it's a good 255 pages long, and it has a lot of really interesting information. It has a standard foreword. The first 8 pages are the illustrations from the opening of season 1. It has some introductions from Megan McCarthy and Lauren Faust and Jason Thiessen. There's character descriptions, various Ponyville ponies, talks about the cakes. The extended apple family tree also includes Aunt and Uncle Orange, apple pumpkin, apple cider, apple cobbler, apple fritter, apple pie, apple strudel, apple tart, buttercream, caramel apple, golden delicious, and many others. So AC is canon.
Hey!
As a girl.
Maybe as a girl, I don't know.
It's okay. The cake family is also listed. Apparently, Lauren did some concept art. It also it has a lot of concept art in it from Lauren's show Bible. Things like Mare, Cheerily, various background ponies. Bonbon's name is Sweetie Drop. What is this?
Nope.
No.
It is Ghost Mare in it. Somebody is wondering.
Yes, Derpy is in there, but she's unnamed.
Of course.
But she is in the Cloudsdale ponies. She's sleeping on a cloud. And the giant muscle pony that people take into calling Snowflake is just Muscle Pony.
It's just Muscle Pony.
What's your name? Muscle Pony. Yeah. One of the other things that was interesting is that in the Wonderbolts listing, Surprise is actually listed.
That's good.
Surprise being the white Pegasus prototype of Pinkie Pie.
Yep. She survived.
But they have a little thing about the CMC, other young ponies.
So, some Brony Jr. saying, "Are you sure that it's Derpy? If you can't see her eyes, it's not Derpy."
Well, she's asleep on a cloud, so
Does she have bubbles on her flank?
Yes.
Then it's Derpy.
What's interesting is that under fellow equestrians and animal friends, that's where Zakora gets stuck.
And Zakora's an animal friend.
But then you also have Chief Thunderhooves and Cranky Doodle Donkey, the Griffins. Gildan here? Oh, the Manticore has the official name of Manny Roar now.
Oh yeah, and that's from the new toy set that's coming out. That actually includes Stephen Magnet as Stephen Magnet.
Well, in the book, he's named Stephen Magnet.
That's so ridiculous.
Yes,
never had. This needs to go down as like the number one like just like the number one thing that the YouTube auto translate has ever done. Like the most use that has ever gotten out of Google Translate is to name a character on a TV show.
Yeah, it's like YouTube's auto thing calling him Stephen Magnet is just ridiculous.
So the book has him as Stephen Magnet. Toys are coming out with him as Stephen Magnet. It's so ridiculous.
It's official. It also has, more in the line of more lore and art for the pets, and of course the villains are listed as well. Chrysalis and Changelings and King Sombra, Nightmare Moon with Nightmare Moon illustrations and concept art. The vicious group. Queen Chrysalis is the shape-shifting leader of the Changelings, a vicious group of creatures who are bent on destruction and mayhem. The Queen even tried to take over Camelot by using her powers to impersonate Princess Cadence and destroy the kingdom. So, Chrysalis is evil. Evil.
But I'm sure she's doing it for the best of her country and is trying to... She only did it because she felt provoked and...
Trixie is in the villain section.
Yeah, makes sense. Yes, Seth, she's bad.
Gilda, the Diamond Dogs, the Flim Flam brothers, those jerks.
Oh, I hate them. So, yeah, would you say it's worth it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, what's really great is, like, right now, it's it's like $11 on Amazon.
If you think the more that it sells, the more they're going to jack up the price.
Yeah, and I mean, it has setting stuff, Crystal Empire, Cloudsdale, Everfree Forest, various concept art stuff, interview with Lauren Foss. It's really, really good. You should pick it up. And of course, it has an episode guide all the way through, lyric guides, and just some comments about like the songs.
Hey, Sandy,
song lyrics.
Would you like my my pointless demand for this week?
Okay.
We should get the guy that made that on the show.
Okay.
All right, cool. Add that to the list of random demands from AC that just goes, all right, that sounds good. We'll do that someday.
See. What's his name?
So
Brandon Snyder.
Yep.
He's on notice.
Yep. All right. Well, we need to do a hard shift here, Sandy.
All right, we're going to take a bit of a hard right turn here.
Yeah, because we got to go kind of serious and sad for a sec.
Yeah. You can take this one, AC.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So if any of you have been following Tara Strong for a while, she's been helping out a child that has been close to her and her family named Kiki. Well, unfortunately, as of yesterday, Kiki passed away from complications to her cancer. There are definitely some political things that can be said about this or that, and the funds and things. But it's a bummer, and it's really
sad.
Any way you look at it, it's really bad. So, we just kind of wanted to bring it up. Of course, there's been the link in the doc goes to some of the outpouring that's happening. I know that the Brony Thank You Fund is doing taking donations, in the vein of cancer research. And then there is the Kiki's Twitter for condolences. But yeah, people have already started to donate and send stuff related to the Kiki's Thank You Fund. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was really sad.
Yeah, it was especially sad, like reading Tara's tweet of just like, oh, the heartstrings. Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
Ugh. Well, stuck around as long as you could. But,
yep.
Right. There's that downer.
Yeah. So let's ramp it back up to the Seeds of Kindness.
Okay, so Seeds of Kindness, guys over at Bronies for Good, have issued a report from Africa. Basically, it's a detailed report of how the money that's been raised through the Seeds of Kindness projects has gone and where it's gone and how it's gone. the first City Kindness fundraiser launched with its getting its funding within a few days for a medical clinic of Child Need Africa in Uganda. The construction work had started at that point, but now the building is complete. For some formal authorization processes still delay the full launch, but Child Need Africa is already allowed to perform some minor medical assistance in the meantime. Child Need Africa, they're also looking into further projects, bolstering the financial security of the clinic. They have some thank yous. In Burundi, the Green Life put their 18,242 euro, which is about $23,592, from Seeds of Kindness to good use to build barns for their farm animals and to invest into agriculture. Both the street children in their care can learn important skills, later allow them to live independent lives. They built a separate house with beds, 2 bathrooms, a common room, cooking facilities, enough space for up to 20 children who have nowhere else to sleep. Your siblings are in the middle of discussions with them about the structure and priorities of their future projects. 33,125 euros is now benefiting 50 orphans who are raised and educated by the humanitarian activist Another Hope in Uganda. They built an orphanage building so the existing orphanage could move into their very own home and save the rent for their old place. Financial planning, they need additional money to finish the project.
Yep. So, I mean, we've got some pictures here. We've got some thank you letters and videos that are part of the link that you can find on the show doc.
Mm-hmm. And they're working on doing some stuff in Tanzania for making rainwater harvesting tanks to provide safe access to drinking water, or access to safe drinking water, as opposed to getting stuff from the river, which is not a good idea.
It's dangerous. That can give you all sorts of bad things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not tasty.
No.
It's. I would know from experience. It's not very good.
It's one of those things that, we talk about charity a lot in this community, and it's good to see some actual, physical, tangible progress that's like, hey, this money is going to this, and here is the progress, and this is what's been done, and this is the good that is being exacted in the world by the efforts of the people raising the money. So that's always good to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Also on the charity note, the next little bit that we're doing is Andrea Libman is involved with the Ride to Conquer Cancer, because cancer sucks, and we all know that. She has raised her money for her pledges, and now she's using her celebrity to help raise some money for some of her teammates who haven't quite got there yet. The letter says, in less than 2 weeks, she'll be participating in the Ride to Conquer Cancer, a 2-day cycling journey from Vancouver to Seattle to raise funds for the British Columbia Cancer Foundation. While fundraising this year, I've been overwhelmed by the incredible support of fans. So thanks to the generosity, she's raised $17,000 to contribute to the fight against cancer. Her team is also working to meet their fundraising goals. So until June 14th, 2013, which this episode will be out right near the end, but if you're listening to us live, you can do it now. If you donate 50 or more to one of her teammates who hasn't yet met their goal, she'll mail you a personalized autograph to say thanks. Include your address in the notes section of your donation. Including, we've received some incredible donated items, including art by Death Pony and a Rainbow Dash cycling jersey from Kyle. I will be signing these items, which are up for auction on eBay. Please consider bidding in support of this cause.
Ooh.
They have some counters, and they are all within 20% of the goal. Lindsay is at 90%, Lucas at 84%, and Jeff at 89%. So, if you would like to donate some money to help cancer research and get a nice autograph from Andrea Libman in the process, you should check that out.
Yeah, I'm looking at the eBay page right now. I do have to say, I will go on record as not being a very big Dash fan, but that's kind of neat, the cycling jersey. Let me link that inside the chat for you. Also, if you wanted to get something signed by Andrea, right now, $25 Canadian, there's only one bid for a signed Pinkie Pie plush.
Neat. It's handmade and designed to be auctioned off, so that's pretty cool.
Yep. The posters are right now at a little over 200 and 150 Pinkie and Fluttershy comparative. So, let me link this in the chat for any of you out there. Do note that these are in Canadian dollars, so you're going to have to loony and toony it up.
Yep.
But yeah, you can check those. And yeah, they are close. And my guess is with that much that they're making off of, they're probably going to end up making that goal. But as said, if you have $50 that you want to donate across, you can get something signed by Andrea, and she is an awesome VA. She's my favorite.
And
where's she going to be, Sandy? I just knew it was about to come out.
I was gonna say you'll be able to come see her in November, AC.
At where?
Summer Night Dallas.
It's like and
hey, our charity, St. Jude's, pediatric cancer research. So lots of common cause there.
All right. Well, more charities. I demand we do another charity.
So this is again 24-hour-long Golden Apples of Discord, Celestia number 3. This June 22nd to 23rd, starting at noon Eastern at events.yoursiblings.org. It is going to be a 24-hour charity art live stream benefiting Bronies for Good and GalaCon. They'll be working with Bronies for Good, GalaCon, Brony State, Ponyville Live, and Celestia Radio. And I think you and I will be involved in that too, so I see.
Actually, our show on that particular day, I've already scheduled it. So starting on the June 22nd, same time, should be same place as far as I'm aware of. Our show will simply be ported out to them. So we will be taking part in it and just be part of the large stream that is out there, being part of this event. As well as we have a 3-hour slot, and depending on which guests are, we might get some guests.
Yep. So we'll see what we can do with that. Yep, and that's going towards Seeds of Kindness 3 as well.
Absolutely.
Which is another album they're working on. Show guests who have graciously agreed to join us for interviews: Amy Kidding Rogers, Andrea Libman, Dave Polsky, Dennis Hu, Julie Vasquez, and M.A. Larson. And there will be other people as well. And the artists that will be joining will be Adlin, Death Pony, Derp Time, Ikasama, Peridotto, Suzuku, and Yuiful.
And this is a tentative list, mind you. They are still looking and getting more. I can see the Grand Doc. I see everything.
You see everything. And it's like, that's a pretty good list of artists. I'm afraid I don't know most of them,
but there's links. There's links in the docs. You can see them, Sandy.
Wow, it's amazing.
It's the internet.
The internet's great. So that's coming up in June.
And what's it for again?
Let's see. 50% of the donations support GalaCon, who are planning their own charity events at their event, and the other half benefit Seeds of Kindness 2, and therefore the plans for the German Engineers Without Borders to build 200 direly needed rainwater harvesting tanks in Tanzania.
There you go. More rainwater.
Yay, rainwater, because intestinal parasites suck.
They do. Just
about as bad as cancer.
Charities and cancers and diseases. We're Bronyville without borders this week.
Yeah, we're trying to do our good in the world.
Yep. So add to that particular charity run, one of our friends, we've had him on before. Oh man, my brain is blanking all of a sudden.
Well, it says
Dennis Daniel. Sorry, I don't know why. It's all the charities have gotten me. Dennis is a friend of ours. He does the All Taste Explosion show, the Dennis Daniel show, and now does Canterlot Radio as well. He's a friend of ours. He's also doing a little bit of a donation drive. He's looking to get himself up to Everfree Northwest so that he can do some awesome recording. And he started up an Indiegogo. So if you do have a little bit for $10, you'll get a shout on the show. $20, you'll get a business card. $50, Mike Check will leave you a personalized thank you voicemail. As well as at the $50, you can get a drawing of your OC. And then upwards to $100, $200 for if you want to be a host on the show. You can do that. And there's a bonus if they can raise $350. So, yep, that's CanterlotRadio.com. And they are a friend because Dennis Daniel is a friend of the show.
Okie doke.
All right. This is some merch reviews.
Merch reveals, at least. So this summer, there's, we all saw the last Toy Fair in New York Toy Fair and Nuremberg. Lots of stuff coming down the pipe this summer. We've got the fan favorite 2, the Funko Pops, new Funko vinyls. We've got 2 new styles of plush. And a couple of mini sets, in addition to, I'm gonna guess, some playful ponies, like the brushable size play sets featuring Mrs. Cake Nurse Redheart, and probably Carrot Cake as well. So they're doing a lot of the side characters now as toys, so that's kind of cool. But right now, the Funko Pops has released their images for all 6 of them. They released the first 4 initially, and then the ones for Vinyl Scratch and Derpy popped up. I think they're hideous.
I had this discussion with Starry.
Really, really kind of gross.
They had they have the same look as like Carrot and Pound Cake.
They have the soulless black baby pony eyes and massive heads and tiny, tiny bodies. I mean, not to say that ponies already have massive heads relative to their physical size, but this is just, oh my goodness.
I don't know. Pinky looks all right. I kind of like Pinky. Yeah, you always think Fluttershy's cute.
Okay, so...
I don't know. Vinyl Scratch looks like she has enormous cheeks.
Yeah. Derpy is cute by virtue of having kind of offset eyes, I guess. But yeah, I don't like the soulless black eyes. They stare into you eternally.
If you what would be your reaction if you woke up and one of these was standing at the edge of your bed?
I'd probably scream.
Abject terror.
Just, it's come for me.
And no fashion pony or buck pony.
Yeah, I mean, what's with that? So, again, this is purely my opinion, and I'm full of them. So, I don't think they're very nice. I'm not going to be buying them. But if they're your thing, great. But why didn't you make the full main 6, you jerks?
Well, coming from the Rarity fan.
I know, right? So, additionally, they're moving on to the next little bit of merch is the Cake Family Babysitting Fun Miniatures set. This is the Cake Family. You get Cupcake, Carrot Cake, the Pound and Pumpkin Cake, Nurse Redheart, and an extraneous Pinkie Pie.
The same Pinkie Pie you've always had again.
I have 3 of her. Not as bad as my number of Rainbow Dashes. No, wait, I have 4 Pinkie Pies. I have so many Pinkie Pies. Too many Pinkie Pies!
Hey!
And this is one of the more expensive $15 sets. But it has the 5 characters as opposed to 3. So you have, the ponies and the babies and whatnot. The other one in that set is going to be the Everfree Forest Friends, which includes, I think, another Pinkie Pie. No, it has Short-Tailed Rarity, new mold Fluttershy. It has a unique mold.
Yep.
The Manticore and
Steven
Magnet. And I think one other pony. But it's specifically those 4. So if you would like to have a Manticore and Steven Magnet in addition to the custom mold of Fluttershy, that is great.
Now, my question is, does Steven Magnet have his normal wonderful mustache, or is half of it Rarity's tail?
I think half of it's Rarity's tail.
There you go. Good choice.
So those are great. I'm looking forward to buying those because I really like the minis. That's my thing. Of that between that and the Funko vinyls, those are about my favorite thing to collect.
That's your jam. Funko vinyl.
But not the pops. And also the last little bit. This is another one of those. Oh, really? If you remember 2 years ago, they had that really weird looking previous gen goth pony as the SDCC thing. And all of us pony fans were like, ugh. And then last year it was Derpy and everybody flipped out and that was amazing.
And we're like, hey!
And I have her sitting right over there on my desk.
So who is it this year? Okay, all right.
This year is Vinyl Scratch with bling.
Okay.
Like bling out the butt.
Like what?
There's like random Swarovski crystals embedded in her glasses, in her horn. It's just, and she has like sparkling socks. She has sparkling leggings.
Wait. So you're saying that she has sparkly socks?
It's what it looks like. Because the glitter only goes most of the way up her legs.
Yes.
So people could pretend they're like glittery leggings.
Yes.
And she has a glittery mane.
Oh.
And the whole thing lights up.
Wait, huh?
There's like the box that she comes in lights up.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
It has a little mini rave box, and it says "Adult Collectible." This is not a toy. I think I'm still going to have to get somebody to find me one because I had no people going to San Diego Comic-Con. Ha ha ha. And I'll just have to buy it because it's the collector pony.
I might have my usual contact. He still has a whole bunch of derpies, so I could probably see if he can get me. I actually need to contact him and be like, hey, do you want to really just get rid of the derpies you have?
It's like, I think we could
offshore those.
Facilitate that for you.
Well,
yeah.
Especially now, considering the fact that derpy, there's so many other derpies now that the price of those have likely gone down.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still the San Diego Comic-Con in the box, unspoiled.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do want to get one of these. I think I didn't even know that they were crystals. Looking at the goggles themselves, I actually thought they were holes drilled into them.
Yeah. But she has like crystals in her horn.
Yeah, it looked like
her
holes.
mane's all glittery. I mean, it's what I want them to do is I want molded mane, fashion size ponies. Come on.
What if we find out that this looks awesome in a black light?
Oh, I bet it will.
Oh.
But what I want is molded mane fashion size. I mean, yeah, the Funko vinyls are nice, but just make them yourself. Come on, Hasbro. Money. I don't want to brush their incredibly long manes. They're impossible to keep straight. They don't look anything like the show.
Well, Sandy, don't worry. You won't have to do that because now we're going to give you this new line of pony toys, and they're humans!
Unacceptable.
You can brush their new manes because they're people! You expected them to go one way, they went the other. You can't expect what Hasbro's gonna do. They're loose cannons.
Man.
They're loose cannons like us.
Oh man, I'm scared now.
they're loose cannons like all of us.
All right, so that's it for the news this week. I mean, we've obviously gone for about an hour on this topic.
Cool. So you want to open it up?
Yeah, let's open it up and get some questions up in here.
Okay, if you guys want to go ahead and call in, or if you want to leave some questions in the chat, we can go ahead and answer them there. But yeah, it is just a Ask Us Anything kind of period right now. We'll do it for a little while. If you want to call across, the Skype contact is Bronyville, so you can just use that. And we can just chat for a little bit.
Fashion size people.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, we're doing a show. It's pretty cool.
Doing a show, having fun.
I like about a bit of grimdark. Does that make you a bad pony? I don't think so.
Nah.
It's just a personal taste thing. I see the appeal because the show is so saccharine sweet that you want to add a little bitters to it. I think if you go mega far. Like the Fallout Equestria stuff, though, I like the dark humor from what I have heard is in it. It goes a little bit too dark for me. But yeah, I mean, yeah. Let's see. Got a set of images here. Sorry, bad request.
Let's see.
Who would win in a fight, me or Sandy? I'm afraid I probably would at this point.
Probably.
I am large, and I have lots of reach. Let's see.
Yeah. What's the difference between bronies and furries? Their focus?
Yeah.
That's it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we'd sock each other in the jaw and be out cold. AC or Starry? Starry would win.
Gosh, she'd grab a knife and just go.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
She's cray-cray. Let's see. Anyone mention if it was hinted that Lyra Vinyl, Octavia, Pinky are up next for the Funko vinyl sets? I don't recall. I really wish I could say Octavia would be. That would be awesome.
Yeah, it showed up on like Equestria Daily a while back, but yeah, it's like, all right, well, that's nice. Put them in the store and I'll buy it, because they have such a huge array of characters that they could totally work from. And I mean, yeah, they started big with Derpy and Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash and Dr. Hooves, and that's great. I mean, lets everybody have an opportunity to get a Derpy of their own. Looking forward to also getting a Derpy brushable in the fan favorite set with cheese legs.
I do like this. They just linked to a post, and this is a great just mess up of a headline on Equestria Daily. Lyra and Pinky of Octavia and Pawn 3 next up for Funko figures.
Do they even English?
Oh, Seth. Make sure that you don't type these in the middle of the night and then post them at 10 a.m. Lyra and Pinky of Octavia and Pawn 3.
Yes. So, Random Fan Philly dropped in something. It's the, for all my bronies files, the Random Fangirl 408 is a dude with the California Republic flag that has been signed by God and everyone.
Yes.
He got people working on the show, wanted to sign it. He was at FanimeCon, yeah? So big thanks to AC and Sandy for talking about this dude. Wouldn't know who he was and what the flag is about. And yeah, AC and I, we've signed it.
Yeah.
I'll be an honorary California brony. NorCal for life, yo. But it's got a lot of autographs by a lot of different people. And I signed it when I was in NorCal last time. And they were like, but you're not from California. And I was like, so?
I'm important. And like Ohad was going to care.
Yeah. Let's see. Have y'all had a chance to listen to Balloon Party 2? No. I have not.
I actually don't listen to much pony music anymore.
Yeah, I have like my go-to list, and you know, some of it's all right, and some of it I'm like, I've heard this song so many times. But I will admit that I still really like a lot of Cyril stuff, and I like a lot of the oh man, what's the guy's name? The one that did the 2 Nightmarity songs just recently. Those are really cool. Equestrian Lord with some of their heavier stuff. I just love the strange dichotomy of having it's ponies, but it's heavy metal. But yeah, I listen to a lot of different music, and pony is still part of it. I think a lot of us right now are kind of like, it's hiatus time. Let's do something else.
Yeah, I mean, there's not as much of like the official music. I don't know. I think overall, I'm not sure. I guess I would say, looking over the music from season 3, I wasn't as impressed. So there's not as much to actually remix out of. I mean, I'm not as much impressed. Also, there wasn't as much.
Mm-hmm. I mean, most of the songs were tacked into the last episode, which there were some really good remixes. But there still wasn't that many songs that could be really remixed heavily. You know, Find a Way, True Friend,
Bad
Cutie Mark is telling, like, what my Cutie Mark is telling me is not really remixable because of the way it's sung. It's a theater song. But like True Friend got a lot of good remixes. Gotta Find a Way had a couple of good mixes.
I mean, nothing can ever be as easily remixed as Racist Barn, so.
Racist Barn.
Guys, let's just do a normal barn.
No zebras allowed. Wait, no!
No, this is bad.
The Apple family is going to have to go to those classes.
I've told them, why is my family so weird?
Let's see. AC and Sandy, what do you think about the recent EQD post about seeking pony-themed media tutorials? And what pointers would you give to new artists searching tutorials with pony to get more inspired, as possibly pony helps towards the learning for many
Tetra cut off.
Yeah, he maxed out the words. Oh, I'm sorry. I was flicking my inhaler and didn't think it would be picking up. Well, I think it's good that, you know, if we can do some resources or compile some resources for budding artists and musicians, There are other, there's just your basic drawing stuff out there. There's lots of tutorials that people have done. But pony's a start, but it shouldn't be the end all and be all of your creative endeavor.
Yeah.
But I mean, if that's the thing where if you're at right now, that's a good starting point.
If I could get anything restarted, since we are now officially in the long ponyless summer, one thing that I thought was really neat that from the first year that I would like to see restarted, EQD did that big achievement thing.
Yeah.
Back at the very beginning, and that was really cool because it got people to think about how they could do stuff a little bit differently and be like, oh, okay, well, I can just give this a shot, and all right, so I just need to draw this and this, and I get this achievement. It doesn't mean anything. You don't actually get an achievement, but it's just a set of guidelines so that you try out something that you wouldn't normally do.
Are you implying that cruise points have no value?
Yes, even though we've officially became the mega cool kids in that category.
Yeah, it's produce an hour of podcast, tick. Produce 10 hours of podcast, tick. Produce 150 hours of podcast, tick.
We did that in 2 months. Not even.
It's did Pony have an uncanny valley? Yes. When people try to make them realistic within within their forms, it can get really creepy.
Yes.
Think Crooked Trees.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Crooked, just so many wrinkles. No.
Yeah, Crooked Trees is pretty much the epitome of Uncanny Valley stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. Just saw in here geez, Sandy.
Sorry, my phone.
Your phone is covered in a tool chest.
I don't know why it's picking up everything around me. I moved my keys because it was sitting on my phone, and I got a message.
All right. Let's see. Some Brony Jr. said I wanted to do a voice acting podcast. Yes, I did it. I think I've pretty much put that on a hold for right now because I kind of moved away and went more towards the idea of starting up my own business, which I've actually gotten a lot of traction recently, which is fantastic because I was starting to get worried there, but I finally got some people that look like that they want to help out and that are willing to. I'm finally getting some response back on it where people are like, "Yeah, wow, that's actually a really fantastic idea." So now that that's actually looking like it's going to that something's going to happen from that, I'm going to be getting funding come a little bit later this year, hoping to set up the LLC in January, and then actually having my own business, and it should be full time once I can get the funding right. But it's gonna be touch and go for a little bit, but it's all for hoping. It's something I think that will help people like me, people like Sandy, and a lot of people down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and yes, Screelers. I'm yes, I'm sure AC could use some business polos.
Yeah, the basis is it's a software company. What I'm making is an audio recorder. So when Sandy and I do this show, you are hearing me through this nice microphone that I have, but you're hearing Sandy through Skype. And say something, Sandy.
Howdy.
You hear all that compression. You hear all that echoey and that bad sound. Sandy's got a nice mic over there too. It's the problem is we're going through Skype, and that's going to compress it and make it sound bad. The software I have at its very, very minimum is a program that will allow me to record my audio locally, him to record his audio locally, and when we hit record, it syncs and starts recording at the exact same time. That way, when we take those two audio files and put them together, they are one-to-one synced. They should be high quality on both ends and be synced. and it has a lot of applications. You think about it, if you can actually get everything to work together, you could have people, if you can take care of the latency and stuff down the line, you could have people across the internet actually being in bands together, you know, and able to collaborate. That's something that is definitely far down in the future. You would have, you know, you would just have to kind of figure out how to take care of a lot of things. If you were working on a project and needed somebody that spoke French, you could just simply get someone in France and just get them on a call and record all the dialogue that you would need for it. So, you know, it makes it so that people who do voice acting can record really, really easily and quickly sync up the audio. So it's my baby. So far, I have a friend that helped me out try and figure out a name. The current name that we're going off of is Segno. The basis is it's the del segno, a symbol in music meant to repeat a particular set of bars.
Oh.
But yep. Let's see. Do we have any other questions that came?
Let's see. People can hear the compression. That's a good idea. There's a millisecond of delay. Internet delay. Got any more questions, folks? Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah, I've already done some research. I've already pulled a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, it's all kind of like just getting everything set and hoping right now.
Someone's asking, it's like, hey, Tabletop 6 is out.
It is
5.
The 5 is gone. I don't know where 5 is.
That was the one with Mike and Luna. And
it was crazy. Luna had a spaceship. Spoilers.
Oh, man. That's unfortunate. Let's see.
What
Spoon's animation. Where's the FC panel?
Kind of in the same boat, I think.
Dang it, AC.
You know, if I gotta blame anything, I'm blaming Unicon. All right, because I had to clear out space for the Unicon videos that we recorded that also never got seen the light of day. And yeah, so I think they were in there at the time. Can either of us dance? I don't believe so. I can't.
No.
Okay. Well, tell you what, Sandy, you want to go ahead and push forward and do emails now?
All right. Well, let's do some emails. All right, we've got a few this week. Do you want to do it first, AC, or I'll start out?
I will go first. You can always email across to us at bronyville@gmail.com. I will go first, Sandy second, and we'll just trade this back and forth. Good day, best podcast. First off, Chef, please don't change your favorite pony again. Whenever you do, the new pony tends to start acting like a jerk face McMeanie pants. It is true.
Aww.
It is true. From now on, Rarity is just going to be an enormous jerk. Second, Seattle previously didn't have any airings for Equestria Girls. However, after contacting a number of theaters, local Brony, one Christina Decker, was able to get a local theater, one Admiral Theater, to carry the movie for a required minimum of 2 showings. Thus, there is hope for those who don't have local theater listings. Simply try and contact all the local non-chain theaters. You might not be able to get it, but you might be able to. Equestria Girls is also where I pulled a Bad Luck Brian. The new Entertainment Weekly clip, as we mentioned earlier, came out the day after I released a 20-minute analysis video of Equestria Girls based off of what was available at the time. I even created about 24 original memes. Oh well.
Whoops.
I have to update some of the notes of my YouTube videos, but I still think it's a good, humorous, but informative piece of Equestria Girls. Link given. Brony on. Pico Pie. God, it's even listed there. Pico Pie. Bye.
Who knows? So there's that. It's in the notes. Check it out. So the
one thing I have to say that is a benefit of the Equestria Girls thing is the Pixel Kitties did that image of Pinky blowing the balloon, and then it turned into the automatic pilot from Airplane.
Yes.
And then it just meant me and Dusty started trading quotes from Airplane back and forth.
You ever seen the inside of a Turkish prison?
Do you like gladiator movies, Timmy? Ever seen a grown man naked?
Oh.
Yep.
Next email. Dear AC, Chef Standy, Starry Night, and esteemed guests. I want to thank you guys for the big guest panel discussion back in episode 106. I admit I was kind of high up on the noodle arm scale about the whole Equestria Girls trailer hullabaloo, but the cooler heads and thoughtful discussions helped bring me back down to earth. I also wanted to ask you guys and gals for some advice. Back in episode 98, I asked your thoughts on storyboarding an idea I had for a video. Since then, I've made some progress, but I'm still having a tough time working through each panel. To be honest, I often feel frustrated not being able to draw well, and I really want to improve my abilities. Do you guys have any tips as to get better at drawing, or any ideas of people or groups I could turn to? DeviantArt has the ATG alumni group. That's the Artist Training Ground group that has a lot of people and a lot of tutorials over there. You can check that out.
I'm trying to remember. There's a friend of ours in the Derpy Hooves group that does their draw events, like the 30-minute draw challenges.
That was Ginded, but he's no longer involved with that.
Okay.
But yeah, and Sunparty Jr. says, how to get better? Draw more. Yes, draw. Let's see. There's that. And since I can't see into the future yet, I won't know which esteemed guests you have on the show, whether or not they'll have any drawing experience, but I'd love to hear their thoughts as well.
No, we don't have any, so sorry.
Nope. I'm actually somewhat thankful for the struggles I'm facing, because without them moved me to reach out for help and advice. If anything we did came easily and without struggle, what would we learn from it? I'm not trying to squeak too loudly if you end up reading this on air. Whether you do or not, thank you so much for being willing to read it. You two ponies do so much hard work each week in bringing the guests and show together for every pony, and we really do enjoy it. Sincerely, the Cyborg! P.S. By the way, AC, you missed the other, shall we say, interesting videos related to your Twilight GIF from last episode. Here's the GIF made from Twilight Loves Birds. Here's another video by the same person. I think you'll really get a kick out of it. How butterflies are made.
Now I'm checking out the Twilight Loves Birds. This is the one I had last time.
Yes, but the video and not a GIF.
Oh, yes.
And then, of course, there's the fanfic suggestions of Twilight October by UC and Super Amazing Rocket Sled of Awesome by The Descendant.
I do like the things that I Am Not a Number 34665 has been doing. The Twilight Takes Her Time and how butterflies are made.
Yes.
All these are quite silly. Wow, the butterflies are made has got up to 53,000.
Yeah, that's some good views.
Let me turn off the music. I just want to watch
the music was pretty loud, too. I had to talk through it. So, that's cool. I like those little random videos. They're pretty funny. Butterflies spawn by being eaten by ponies.
By eating a butterfly. Makes more butterflies. All right, let's move on. Oh, this one looks like a short one. Hello, AC and Sandy. It's me again, the Chinese Brony. I'm here to complain a little about the right way to say Taobao. I have a Chinese sample for you. And your show is awesome. Looking forward to the next episode. The great and powerful Fluttershy is the best pony. Actually, I'm going to have to go to the mail and find this one.
Yeah, because it actually has him pronouncing it. It's like Taobao.
Yeah, here we go. I'm going to download it. I'm going to play it.
Stick it in the stream.
You won't hear it, Sandy, but
that's okay.
Taobao.
Here, let me turn that up a little bit so everyone can... Here you go. This is how to say Taobao in Chinese from a Chinese person.
Taobao.
Taobao. Taobao.
There we go.
Practice.
We are enlightened.
Taobao.
Which is good because, I mean, English is my first, but also it's not my best language. I don't know. Words are hard.
It is. All right.
Dearest Apple Cider, Chef Sandy, and any guests you may or may not have on the moment. You may or may not have on at the moment. While we all have voices we want on the show, the roles will be limited to the writers and director. If you could have one dream director with total creative control on the show for one episode with zero canon, who would it be? I'd love to see Michael Bay's episode with lots of explosions and slow-mo rarity, because why not? Even though I'm not a fan of most of his movies. Thanks for all the laugh. Yours truly, Long John's McGee. Oh, man.
Coen Brothers.
Let's see.
Imagine a Where Brother, Where Art Thou pony episode. Oh, that'd be so good.
Let's see. Who was the writer? Yeah, Stephen Moffat.
Your Who fan is showing.
I think if you got Moffat to do some, a Doctor Who's episode, like Blink. Oh no, it's the Stone Pegasus. This is weird.
I don't know. I think if they... You know what? I think that the Angels were good, but I think they got overused. Of all the ones that are out there, I really like the Silence.
Let's see. Yeah, that would be, I think, kind of Who.
Tarantino, yeah, that would be.
Once Upon a Time in Ponyville. Whoa. Let's see. Who else? Who's the guy that did Nightmare for Christmas?
Do you want Tim Burton to do a pony episode?
Tim Burton to do a pony episode, but it doesn't deviate from the style at all. It's just his style of weird. A Joss Whedon episode.
And the Tim Burton would have his wife in there somewhere.
My wife's a pony. This is weird. Yeah. So yeah, Joss Whedon ponies. That'd be interesting. It just there's so many ways you could take the show, but they would have to retain the character of the show. So it would be very interesting to see them thrust into that challenge.
I would enjoy to see, maybe not in this exact same vein, but I would enjoy to see a episode in which there was a series of events that were happening, and they were all being like interpreted differently by the different characters. Like just to kind of illustrate just like how you see something sometimes is not how others see something sometimes. Like maybe Rarity's being a jerk and Rarity doesn't see herself being an enormous jerk. Because
she has a reason, but the reason is unknown until you see another pony's perspective on the issue.
And then it goes into her deep, dark backstory.
Oh, man.
Who knew that there was that one time at the apple cart? No.
Oh, man.
All right. Yeah, we find out the real reason that Fluttershy sews. All right, go ahead, Sandy.
I just read that one.
Did you? Are we out of messages?
No, there's the second one from the Chinese Brony, and then there's one more.
Is there?
At the bottom. Yeah, there's two more emails, AC.
Is there?
Yes,
Are you sure?
I think so.
There's a lot of Chinese Bronies today.
Well, there's two sent by the same guy, and I think it's cool. We have listeners internationally, and China is one that we obviously have listeners in. Hey, Southeast Asia represent.
Yo. All right. Wow. Okay. I was like, I just felt like I read this guy, but yeah, we'll do it again. Hello, AC and Sandy. This is an emails from a Chinese Brony. Yay. So the first thing I wanted to say is please bear with all of my English errors. ASCII emoticon. I just became a Brony just 2 months ago, thanks to some awesome guys at Musiquestria CN. And I love the show so much. Also, I've been listening to your awesome podcast since then. Well, in China, Brony it is true. Rarity, there's no cons, no Hasbros, but we do have Taobao. And no living Bronies in 500 kilometers. Few forums, one Musiquestria CN, awesome guys who made great subtitles for every episode. So feeling great to be a Brony. The reason I'm writing this email, I really hope you guys talk about this video on your show. Link. Lullaby is a princess animatic. I'm really an epic and sad story. Although this is a fan creation, I sincerely wish this was an original story in MLP, and I hope the creative bronies can help make this project complete. The story is epic, and I think it should bring up the concepts to so many more potential amazing stories that is untold in the show. I'm going to just click this, stop the audio, and take a look at it. Whop. And then there's an advertisement. Of course. All right, well, let me read the rest of this. 1. What is Celestia like before her fight against Nightmare Moon? Was she a good leader or a good sister? Or is it after she had imprisoned her sister and took all the responsibility on her own that she learned how to be a good leader and truly care for others? Was she blaming herself for ignoring Luna's feelings before Luna was turned into Nightmare Moon? 2. Was Luna's jealousy turned her into Nightmare Moon? Or the Nightmare Moon captured her when she was so heartbroken, like in the comic? 3. How are the elements of harmony work with the sisters? According to Lauren, each sister holds 3 elements of harmony, but when Celestia was fighting with Nightmare Moon, how did she manage to harness all 3 of the elements to make it work? Okay, I'll stop there. I am so desperately wanting to see more fan creations, or even DHX. Maybe the fandom can give a shout out to them to make them happen. And that's all I wanted to say. It took me 3 hours to write this email. Another face icon. Love your show. Looking forward to 200 episodes, to the 200th episode. P.S. The great and powerful Fluttershy is best pony, followed by Twilight Licious.
Okay, let's see where to begin. Lullaby for Princess is a really good song. It's a and the animatic actually here is hand drawn. It looks like.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty much just the pieces that they would want to put in.
Mm-hmm. It takes a lot more work than that to make it finish, but
yeah, I mean it's
the what was it? Gary's Mod one turned out all right. The Steam, not Gary Mod, but Steam Movie Maker SFM ponies. As for the other stuff, I really hope that they address it in a future episode. Celestia before Nightmare Moon, Luna's jealousy, Elements of Harmony, all that fun stuff. You know, hopefully they'll make an episode of it in the future, because I'm sure that would be a pretty fertile story ground. I'm curious
because the comic guys said that they had been working with Hasbro and that they that there was stuff that was being worked together with them to make sure that they weren't breaking continuity or anything. So I'm kind of curious to find if you know, how much they know was actually like set in the Bible for their storylines and how much they were able to get wiggle room. So, all right, Sandy, your turn.
All right, and the last email. This one's kind of silly. I've been listening to you guys for about a month now, and been Brony for about 6 months. However, I suck at formality, so I'll just cut to the chase. What is up with the sudden Nightmarity hype? Has this been going on for a while, and I'm just now noticing, or is it something that has recently been started by our extremely diverse fan base, started up in order to start thinking about what the new villain will be for Season 4 of MLP? In addition, does Nightmarity have any ties whatever to the actual producers, writers, or anyone associated with the creation of the show, or is it purely fan-made? You have my eternal thanks if when you get around to answering my question, be it through the podcast thingamajig or through email. Thanks again, Spencer. P.S. People need to chill over Equestria Girls. Favorite episode, Royal Candlelit Wedding. Favorite villain, Chrysalis. Favorite pony, Luna. Nightmarity, read the comics.
She's in the comics. She's a villain.
Yep. It is the second arc, which comes to a close here in the near future. I think this month they'll be releasing the final comic. Actually, I should look on iTunes and see.
Does she get redeemed, or was she going to be Nightmare forever?
Oh, it's like she becomes my favorite pony only for me to find out that she's been removed from season 4. She didn't get an episode last season, and she's never getting one again.
That's the reason that all of this is happening. She's just upset because she didn't get an episode.
Yep. Little pony. Let's see what the release date on the comic is. There's a lot of fake pony apps out there. Where is it? TV season.
I know. I'm heartbroken because the my other comic that I read, saga isn't going to update until like August or September.
Oh man. Okay,
like,
so this one's coming. The Friendship is Magic number 8 comes out June 13th on iTunes, so it should probably be around the same time. And it's got Nightmarity being Nightmarity, and Luna dealing with Nightmare, so it'll give more character interaction and character development for Luna. Insert Tetrapony Luna. Right there, yeah.
So, yeah. So if you are curious, you know what it is. I do like the design for Nightmarity. It's pretty neat. The yeah. So go check that. As we tell you before on the show, you should check out the comics. The comics are pretty good. Okay, let me state this: the mainline comics are pretty good. The side stories can.
The Rarity one is awesome. The other one's not so much.
The Rarity one is really, really good.
Oh, pardon my yawn.
You should really check out the Rarity one at the very least. I think the Rainbow Dash one's is all right. I think the other two at this point are take it or leave it.
Yeah. The Fluttershy one was cute in parts, but the guy's art is real inconsistent. Random chibi face Rarity is kind of like, what?
Yep. All right, let's see. Okay, well, that takes care of our emails. Thanks to all of you that have emailed across to us at bronyville@gmail.com. That is very, very, we love you. Love talking to you. If you want to go ahead and talk more about Equestria Girls, talk about things, email across to us. Tell us how horrifically wrong we are. Always interested to talk and, discuss with you guys. Maybe we'll read it here on the show. All right, well, let's go ahead and talk about our awesome fans, like the ones that give us 5-star reviews on iTunes. This is time for the 5-star iTunes bronies, all of those neat, nifty individuals that give us reviews on iTunes and keep us, fighting against the Chelsea Latelys and all the other professional shows that are out there with our unprofessionalism. We have 4 Desert Nocturne, 5 Iron Brony, Devil Hornet, Gunso 2312, and Gooby, please. All giving us reviews on the US iTunes store, so thank you all very much. And even if you aren't US, please go to your iTunes store, give us a review, or on whatever aggregator you use, just give us a review and say, hey, I like this show, you should listen to it too, because it's good.
Yep.
Donations. Want to thank Jay Boren and F. Granberg for giving us donations this week. That allows us to do the show. We're likely may have to do a little bit of donating coming up to facilitate some of the stuff that we want to do for conventions in the near future. So we will keep you informed. But thanks to all of you that are able to at least contribute a little bit to helping us produce this show every week for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's go ahead and do this. We're wrapping up quickly here to the end of the show. We have 2 cool things we should offer, and I'm going to offer to you Spike. Spike. What am I doing? I'm offering you 3 seasons of Spike.
All the Spike.
What does 3 seasons of Spike sound like? Let me give you just a hint for those in the stream.
Spike, 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 spike,
spike. Hope you've been illuminated.
Spike. It's another video by Give and Take. It is another video in which all 3 seasons of Spike are created, and you can listen to Spike.
Yep.
All right.
And my cool thing is the Amazon link for the on sale Elements of Harmony book. Its list price is $17, but it's $10.21 on Amazon, and it's on Amazon Prime. So,
ooh.
I even put an image up there. If you can see the Element of Harmony book minus its slipcover next to a Luna plush. Gasp.
And remember, it's 20% cooler than all other books.
Yes.
I wish we would get a nickel every time somebody would use that. But yeah, the book is there. The Wow, that Spike video is driving me nuts. The book looks good. I do want to make a whole set of buttons that says 21% cooler, just to break the fad. So, all right. So you got those. You can check out the book, and you can check out a video of Spike. Over on the show doc, which will be be on the website at BronyShow.com. And you know what, Sandy? We're at the end of the show.
All right.
Let's get done with this.
Think we're going to go to space.
Are we? We're going to go to space. I know Starry's going to want to Minecraft in just a little bit, and she's going to have some friends over, and they're going to have fun. So if you guys want to hang around in the stream a little bit, we'll be setting all that up in just a little so that she can go and show off her new Minecrafteries things. Till then, first off, I want to go ahead and thank our guests that you heard a little bit earlier. So thanks all across to Pony1 Kenobi, Austin, Nathan, and Tarby for being on and talking about Musiquestria. And hey, if you're interested in donating and see if these crazy fillies can make their way across the country and do a whole bunch of music, go across and help them out. As usual, I want to go ahead and thank my co-host Chef Sandy, Thunderbringer.
Count on me.
I hope you can bring as much thunder after your surgery.
I could be able to concentrate it.
Concentrated thunder. Ooh.
Yes, more thunder per square inch.
Excellent. And as always, I want to go ahead and thank all of our awesome fans, be it if it's those in the chat room right now at justin.tv/Bronyville podcast. Hello. If it is those that are on and listening to this via iTunes, maybe or YouTubed, however you do it, thanks to all of you for listening and enjoying the show. And let's go ahead and do the roll down and tell you where you can find us. You can find us across at BronyShow.com or BronyvillePodcast.com. The email address is Bronyville@gmail.com. You can join us roughly every Saturday noon Pacific at justin.tv/BronyvillePodcast. Please leave us an iTunes reviews. It's awesome. Keeps us up there. And we are usually consistently within the top 50 of TV shows on the US iTunes store. And that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Listen to the show on Celestia Radio every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. UTC. My Twitter account is Bronyville.
Mine's at Chef Sandy.
Meetup groups. I am a member of Bronies of Northern California.
And North Texas Bronies.
And let's see, conventions we got going up. I'm going to be at the Sac Brony Expo, Nightmare Nights Dallas. We're looking at Brony Can looks good. What you got also, Sandy?
I'll be at Fiesta Equestria here in the tail end of June, and definitely Nightmare Nights Dallas.
Excellent. All right, so you can catch us all there. We will be having mucho es gracias of funish. So,
yep.
Excellent. All right, that has been episode number 109. Starry is sneezing away. Sorry. It's okay. And we will go ahead and catch you silly fillies next week. Till then, sleep well, every pony.
Adios. Hit the button.
I'm trying to. I got so much stuff in the way. Why? Ooh.
Let's see. Yeah, that's kind of weird. It's like people are like, wait a minute, you didn't have guests on. It's like, well, no, we didn't have a guest on yet. The less editing we have to do, the better. Because I'm going to have fun with this as it is. Oh, shoot. Bleh.
I went through that whole show without drinking my coffee. Now I've got cold coffee.
Oh, could be worse. I've got a staff meeting to be at 5. I don't have much time for space. Oh,
that's fine. So, I can just do some of the missions.
Yeah, I've got I got a probe launcher on my Venture, and there was an anomaly, and I scanned it down, and it was a wormhole.
Yeah, there's a lot of those now because.
And I went, nope. Recall probes, scoot back to mining.
Yeah, that's kind of how it's been. That's why I've given up on exploring for right now, is because everybody is exploring right now. So if there is any like ore or there's anything out there, people jump on it immediately. But if it's a wormhole, people go, nope,
and leave. Well, I was actually really lucky the other day. I found a jaspit and herdbergite. Basically, it's a low-sec ore in high-sec space. And I carted out 10 million ISK worth of that stuff before anybody else showed up. It was crazy. And I'm looking forward to getting my barge so I can just suck up all the ore and not have to scoot back home so often.
Yeah, me and for those of you that it probably hadn't been a full week. So let me tell you guys a story about how I am worst pony. So Sandy and I, it probably was it Monday or I think it was probably Monday. I have a scanner ship that goes around and it is able to detect anomalies, and I detected a wormhole. And I was like, tell you what, let's just jump in here. There's two of us. We can jump in here with our ship, see what's there. If it's any trouble, we can just jump back out. So I go into the wormhole. I take a look. I do a scan, and there is just everything in here. Tons and tons and tons of stuff. And I'm like, sweet. The wormhole was new, so we knew we were pretty good on that. We could get out if we wanted. So I made a jump. I jumped really far back. There were some enemies there. The enemies pelted me a little bit and took a little bit of my shield off. But I went, there's like 5 of them. I'm pretty far away. If we had 2 of us here, I think our 2 frigates could handle it.
Yeah, 2 frigates.
Frigates, yeah. So I pull back and I say, okay, well, let me just save the location of this to this
actually
the wormhole to the overview, and then I can just go, okay, so if there's any problem, we can just warp right back out. So me and Sandy both link up together. We jump at the same time. We jump within 20 kilometers, and they just go dead. And so we're like, crap.
Is there like a trick for planting sugarcane? Because I can't see.
Sugarcane has to be next to water.
Like directly next to water?
Directly next to water. So.
And because our ships got blown up by mobs and not people, our pods were okay.
Yep.
But we were stuck in our escape pods without the means to get back to the wormhole because neither one of us had been smart enough to bookmark the exit.
Well, as I said, I saved it to the overview, but I thought that saving it to the overview meant that if I moved away from that spot, all that saving it to the overview did was save it so it was easily seen in nearby space. Once I warped away, it got rid of the overview. So if it had actually saved where it was, we would have been fine. But because Eve likes to be a not entirely transparent game sometimes, it became that we had to pod death ourselves. So,
which for me was very expensive. Ooh, this is the new signature. 40 million ISK.
Was that just your implants or what?
That was everything. Ship, fittings, implants, and insurance.
So, oops. Learning experience.
It happens, I wasn't mad, and obviously I've made an additional 26 million over what I'd lost in the last little bit, so it's not like
and you know what?
Hard.
That is what Eve is about. It is about having a lot of things and having it taken away from you.
And then just going, and trying to get it back. Oh, is this that wormhole again? I'm going to be mad if it is.
You remember the first 3 letters, it probably is.
It's JBH.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it's like the ID of anomalies doesn't matter. One thing that they've changed is they randomly have made it so that when you exit a station or enter a system, they'll occasionally randomly find things at 100%. Like, oh hey, there's an enemy there's a open world dungeon over there.
Yeah, but that's only for enemy stuff. And the important thing you should know about those is I jumped into one recently and immediately just started getting myself handed. I was like, all right, jumping back out. And that was in like 0.9 space, and they were beating the crap out of the like destroyer I had. I was like, ugh. So.
Yep. You went to the wrong neighborhood.
Pretty much. And by the way, interesting point. ISK is actually a real term. In Iceland, they actually use ISK as their actual currency. Like the ISK is the name of their currency.
Yeah, it's like the Icelandic currency is called ISK, and so since CCP is an Icelandic company, then why not? In the future, it was the Icelandic people that came
to New Eden and
brought their lutefisk and interstellar travel capacity.
I do like that Power Ranger shirt you just linked. It's formal time.
Nice. Okay, cosmic signal 25%. I hate how random the scanning can be sometimes. It's like there's the dot and you center your stuff perfectly and then it just goes boop, nothing found.
Nope, ran away. Well, I've had to put a lot of skill points into scanning, so
yeah.
And I still don't even feel that it's that good. You kind of have to get all of them up to 5 to be considered.
Cosmic signal, wormhole.
Yep.
Be calling probes. It's like, never mind. Because spending another 40 million on a ship and upgrades, but I'm going to be spending another 35 or so plus fittings on my on my next ship. I think I will just go do some mining.
So playing it safe, Sandy.
Well, I have 3 days-ish. My training queue. Got 3 days, 16 hours before I can pilot my mining barge. So I have a little while to wait.
Yeah, I want to go in there and get my my space trucker girl up, get her trading up. It'll be fun.
Yep, asteroid belts.
Is there anything else, guys? Anything you want? Starry, do you want to go ahead and start up your Minecraft thing anytime soon, or you want to wait?
I'm not starting it yet.
You're not starting it yet? Should we just hang out with our friends for a while? Okay. It's my show. It is my show. Also,
that's right.
It's both of our shows.
Yep. I'm looking forward to getting my mining barge because it has a large enough drone bay to have a full complement of combat defense drones and mining drones. So if people come up to pester me, I can just throw my attack drones at them and run away. Or when there's not anybody nearby being a jerk, I can just have an extra bit of ore mining capacity, which is always nice. I have had a number of people go, no, you should go test. Oh, you should go goon swarm. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to go in either one of those. They're a bit controversial. And I'm just barely getting a hang of this game. Let's not make me part of a hated enemy swarm. I just scored it over. Oh, what the? Oh. Okay, so there's 2 other Vengers in system here. Stop. I actually had some Russians get mad at me the other day because I warped into the belt. They were strip mining, and they started like yelling at me in broken English via text, and I was like, "What the heck?" And I looked at them, and they all had Russian flags in their profiles. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stay away from angry space Russians.
They end up just dash camming you.
Yeah. Oh, cool. That's a nice rock.
They're just going like, dirty Americans coming to take our space rocks.
They're like, this is our belt.
It's just like
they were screaming, and then they like some in English are like, stay away from our operation. I'm like, okay.
You should have done the correct thing. Is they go to space first, but we end up actually getting it. Just like real space.
Well,
haha, historical jokes.
The thing is, there's like 5 of them, and they all had their combat drones out, so it was actually causing there was enough people nearby that it was causing time dilation.
No, geez.
Which meant that the cycle time for me was like the time dilation was at like 75% because there's so many local entities in my little cluster.
And so that mean everything took a lot longer.
Yeah, so I was like, man, I'm gonna stay away from your operation just because you have too many drones in space, and the local server is like,
just have everything to aggressive. Stay away.
So I stayed away. And the other 2 people in this system are 22 and 31 kilometers away. They're sucking at their own rocks. I have found what I'm going to munch on. And
a bunch of rock biters.
Yep. One of the ventures jumped out. I don't know when they replenish, but, it's like I was in this system the other day, and they had completely stripped it bare. I mean, like, they even took out the giant, huge chunks of Veldspar because they just hated this system so much. They're like, we're taking everything. It's like, I don't care if Veldspar sells for crap. I'm taking it too. Because...
Well, if they're shipping it off out of the system, maybe it makes some profit.
Yeah, I mean, Veldspar, you need a crap load of it for every ship in the game. I mean, it's the basic material.
Tritanium.
So, let's see. What is this giant Veldspar chunk near me? How many units does it have? There's a Veldspar chunk that has 84,000 units nearby. That's a lot of units. Which actually, it's not that many units when you think about it, because it's 0.1 cubic meters per unit. So it's only 8469 cubic meters.
Tetra was asking if I saw the the cover art for Musiquestria. I see the icon that they have. I don't know if that's the cover art.
Yeah, the cover art they have is like vinyl scratch, which could get them in trouble. I don't know. Depends on because Hasbro dislikes people raising money with their trademark art.
And what someone is asking, yes, we are going. I am going to be streaming tomorrow at 2 Pacific to have the Musiquestria guys on because they were not able to make it today. Kind of went through the idea of should we do the show, and I really want to press that we want to do the show at the normal time so that you guys can actually. You guys are used to this being noon on Saturdays Pacific, so I wanted to kind of,
It'll be actually 2 p.m. Pacific tomorrow.
2 p.m. Pacific, yep.
Which is like 4 local, and I have a board meeting at 5.
Yeah, so it's Sandy won't be here. I'll be manning it.
Yep. What's the local market details of Solid Pizarro? Really? Ooh, that's 5 jumps out though. Time to do some math.
Spreadsheets, what?
I don't have a spreadsheet, but I have a calculator.
It's getting to the point I feel like I should have a spreadsheet.
It's only 1.05 million. That's not really worth it. Especially if 5 jumps out. I can refine it for more. Because I've actually got my refining up. I now get more value out of refining than I do out of selling the rock straight.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've just dabbled just enough to get the like 10 to 15% bonuses for the specialization.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm getting the trade up, so I've gotten trade up pretty high, and I'm getting accounting, so I'll end up having to pay less in taxes, which will be good because I've started noticing some of the big yields. I'm paying like 14,000 in taxes, so I can cut that by pretty much half once I get that up to 5. So.
Oh, they actually have a way to cut the taxes you pay?
Yeah, because all it is it says, hey, yeah, you're handling the bookkeeping.
Oh. Huh.
You know how to tax and game the system right, so. But it requires, because you have to get up to trade 4 to get the accounting, and the accounting book is like 5 million ISK.
Yeah, but eventually, and it's one of those things that you don't pay a lot of tax on the stuff initially, but if once you start getting in the larger values, I'm sure it can get kind of dicey.
Yep. So I got that. I'm planning with the secondary character, doing a lot of stuff to do some trading and make cash that way, and then having my other character be a lot of exploration and trying to find stuff. Mm-hmm. And hacking if I can do it. I actually had my first hacking mini game the other day, and it was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I haven't been able to find any of those. I was been wanting to do it. I actually found a relic site, and then
it was already claimed or something.
Well, no, I went into the station to load up the relic analyzer, and when I came out, the relic site was gone. So it's like, oh, come on. Stupid rats.
Yeah, I've had we had that one relic site that we had before, but I actually did this as part of the training thing. It allowed me to do like one of the hacking, and it popped up the hacking minigame, and I was like, oh, click, 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 click. Okay, here's the end node. Click a little bit more just so I can experience like firewalls and stuff like that. And I was like, huh, okay.
I should probably go back and do that since they have the new system.
But you have to go to like the 6th or 7th part of the chain, so you still have to do the beginning part.
You get some ships and some ISK for it, so it's not that big a deal.
You get skill books.
Oh, neat. So, I found a limited warp drive.
I'll be right back.
A limited 1MN micro warp drive 1. I wonder if I could...
Some show and tell in just a moment I can do.
Okay. I wonder if I could fit this without ruining things forever. Probably not. Pony Rangers. Nice. Their entire bodies, including their manes and tails, is covered in spandex. That's
I actually have to shut down the stream in a bit to get my computer rest because right now it's a little overworked.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it looked like it was starting to heat up. All right, guys. I don't know if you heard Starry just a moment ago, but yeah, her main machine's starting to heat a little bit, so we actually need to just drop the stream for a little bit. What time you say you're going to come back, baby? About 3? Okay, so about 3. So you're looking at about an hour. I'll announce it on the Twitter stream, and if you guys want to be around and watch her, she's going to have herself and a friend come over, and they're going to play Minecraft and do some silliness. So it's Mags from one of our other show, and also the girls show. So
gasp.
Yep. So they'll do some Minecrafting in just a little bit, but we just need to do some breakdown and make sure that everything over here is